Hello, good afternoon. Okay, so someone was asking about the crossing. Okay, so in biology, when we say something is homozygous, okay, for homozygous, this is how we represent it. For homozygous, it means that homo means same. Okay, so maybe if you have B, so this is homozygous. Okay, and then the heterozygous, that is capital B, small b. Hetero means different. So we have capital B, small b, that is heterozygous. Okay, and then for the dominant, the recessive, okay, that is small b. So when we talk about recessive, it means that the trait is hardly seen or it's not common in that family or that population. Okay, so that is recessive. That is recessive. All right. So let's look at homozygous dominant crossing homozygous dominant. So since we know that this is homozygous dominant, dominant means that it is suppressing or masking the other trait or allele. So you take homozygous dominant to be BB as we are crossing. Okay, so when we are crossing, you have another B. Okay, so this times this crosses this will give you BB. Okay, and then this crosses this will also give you BB, and then this crosses this will give you BB, another BB. So that is why all offspring are homozygous dominant. So you see that when this one crosses this one, you see that all the offspring here are going to be homozygous dominant. Okay, now let's look at homozygous dominant and heterozygote. Okay, so for homozygous dominant, that is capital B, capital B. Okay, and then heterozygous. So this is how you do the crossing all the time. So heterozygous, I explained that that is a different allele. Okay, so capital B, small b, this is different. So hetero means different, as I said earlier. So we could have capital B, small b here. When it crosses, this crosses, this will give you capital B, capital B. Okay, capital B, small b, capital B, capital B, capital B, small b. So that one, half of the offspring. So this is one. Half of the offspring are going to be homozygous dominant, and half is going to be heterozygous dominant. Okay, so that is it for the second one. So for the second one, we are crossing homozygous dominant and homozygous recessive. So homozygous dominant, that is BB, and then homozygous recessive, that is small b, small b. So small b, capital B, small b, capital B, small b, capital B, small b, capital B, small b. So when you have something like this, it means that all offspring are going to be of the same trait. So all offspring are heterozygous. Now we know heterozygous traits and we know homozygous traits. So it means that this offspring these offspring are going to be heterozygous, all of them, if you cross this with this. In SHS, we were taught that when you're doing the crossing, that is capital B, I think it's a little bit confusing with this one. That is B small. Those of us who did biology in school, B small b, B small b. When you cross this and this, B. When you cross this and this, B small b, like that. Okay, but if you don't take care with this one, you'll get confused. That is why I am using the box. Okay, so that is it for the third one. So that this homozygous dominant and homozygous recessive. I told you recessive means that the trait is not common. Okay, you hardly see the trait in the person. That is what we call recessive. All right, so let's look at homozygous and then heterozygous. Okay, so heterozygous. So B and then B B. Okay, so you get B, capital B, and then B, small b, and then capital B, small b, B. So you see that one fourth of the trait is going to be recessive. okay, and then half is going to, so 1/4 is recessive. Okay, 1/4 of the trait is recessive, and then half of the trait is going to be heterozygous. Heterozygous, and then 1/4 again is going to be homozygous dominant. Okay, homozygous dominant. Okay, so let's look at the heterozygous and then homozygous. So you can use this same trend, okay, to cross for all of them. So all you need to know is the homozygous BB, and then heterozygous capital B small b, and then recessive BB. Okay, that is small b small b. So if you know that this is heterozygous and you are asked to cross, when you cross heterozygous and heterozygous, what are you getting? That is the only thing you need to know. Okay, so this one is not even too important, but you just need to understand the concept that if you have capital B, capital B is homozygous, capital B small b is heterozygous, and the recessive is the uncommon one. Okay, so we also have heterozygous recessive and homozygous recessive. That is the BB. Okay, small b. It means that this one, even if without crossing, you can see that all the offspring are going to be recessive. Okay, all the offspring are going to be recessive. Okay, so that is the explanation for the crossing.